Hello, Super Beanie-Man here, and welcome back to another Let's Play on Super Beanie-Man Gaming. And for this week, I'm going to be starting Crash Bandicoot's N-Sane Trilogy. Now, this classic itself is a couple of years old now, so I'm a bit late to the Crash party, but these games are awesome, and it's always good to play them no matter when you're going to play it. So I'm going to start with Crash 1, and I'm going to just do an 80% run through of it. I'm not too fussed about getting all the gems and the time trial relics. I'm just going to play through it, do each level, get whatever I get, and finish the game. And then I might move on to 2 and 3 as well. Depends on how this goes and how much I enjoy it. Yeah. Crash 2, coincidentally, was the first game I ever brought on PlayStation. I got Crash Bandicoot 2 and a game called G-Police back for one of my birthdays. Yeah, so Crash is very much near and dear to my heart, especially this Naughty Dog trilogy, and Crash Team Racing, obviously. But I also liked Wrath of Cortex. Was okay. It was a bit disappointing, but it was still a good, a decent game. My last favourite one, though, was Twinsanity. That was the last one I played.
We haven't determined the cause of past failures.
Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time, I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex.
Dr. Cortex.
Vortex.
The vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do.
These cutscenes are so cool. Really nicely animated. The original ones were good though as well, to be fair. It had a really sort of unique art style to it. It's kind of lost a bit in this, because obviously it's really well polished and everything's really nicely designed, whereas in the original things didn't quite have that graphical power to look exactly like the objects it wanted to look like. So it was kind of, I can't think of the word, but impressionist sort of style where you kind of knew what it meant to be, but yeah, it just had a really distinct art style. Okay, so here we go, we're on Insanity Beach. Let's go. I've already missed out on the... No, I haven't. That's Crash 2, isn't it, when you get a gem for not smashing any boxes. So yeah, I still think this is awesome. And I really hope they actually come up with a sequel. I don't really want them to remake Wrath of Cortex. I'd rather they just ignore everything of those games that came after 3 and just create a Crash Bandicoot 4, just redo it. I know Wrath of Cortex was sort of supposed to be 4, but I don't think it's worthy of the originals, and that's why I kind of wanted to see what they could do if they were to do a brand new Crash game, and they're not working on someone else's, game. They're actually creating their own unique one. Oh, fuck that right there. Oh, well. Yeah, because I think what they'll probably end up doing next is Crash Bash, but I really don't want them to do that game. One, because it wasn't very good anyway. It wasn't a Naughty Dog game. Second point. And after seeing what they've done with Crash Team Racing, with the whole, they're not loot boxes, but all those sort of microtransaction bits in it, and what's this? Oh, Stormy Ascent, isn't it? The DLC. Yeah. Well, we're not going there because that's really hard, that level. Okay, on to Jungle Rollers. Yeah, after seeing what they've done with Crash Team Racing, the way they've tried to monetize it, I would just hate to see a Crash Bass that is obviously, it would obviously be an online multiplayer game, and I just think they would just hammer the crap out of that to get as many, you know, extra purchases as they can out of you, even though you just spent all that money buying the game. Not enough for companies these days. Plus, it just wasn't a good game. It was very rough. I remember you had that, was it like a tank one? And then the pinball thing was awful, where you had to put the balls in the other person's goal. That was just shite. The poker hopping one, when you had to change the colour of the tile, that was alright. But yeah, it's just nah. There's no need for that one. Hold on a sec. TV moaning that I haven't touched it for a while, so it wants to turn it off. Yeah, well, I did that really poorly. I can do better than that. So yeah, I would like them to just make their own one now. I think we've had enough remasters. I would like to just see a brand new Crash game for a change. Okay, so this is the bonus stage, bit of side-on action. Nice little trophy there. That was a very simple one, but it is the first one. Cortex just took Bandicoot away again. Okay, not bad so far. I wish this had an option for the original music. I mean, I don't think it does. No. Crash Team Racing does it. Oh, it's just so cool. It just plays all the original PlayStation tunes. So this like remastered versions. Because while they are good, sometimes I think the originals are better. 3 boxes, oh that wasn't bad. I probably could have got those. Yeah. But yeah, this Crash Bandicoot I actually played after playing 2. I fell in love with Crash from 2 onwards. Like I said, Crash 2 was my first PlayStation game. Though, well, Crash Bandicoot was the first game that I owned on PlayStation. I think Crash Bandicoot 1 was actually the first game I ever played on a PlayStation, because one of my friends had the PlayStation, and I remember the demo one, and it had like Crash Bandicoot on it. I think Wipeout was on it as well. So I played Crash on that demo, and that's why I knew I'd like it. By the time it came to me finally getting a PlayStation, I think that the Christmas just before my birthday, I think 2 had come out, so it was like, well, you know, parents were like, well, this one's more money, so you may as well get it because it's bundled in. So I ended up getting Crash 2, and then went back and brought 1 with my paper round money, and I got it off a friend at school. Luckily it had the nice, the pitch disc, not the shitty looking platinum one with the silver disc. It had like Crash's face on it. Oh, that was close. But yeah, Crash 1 was great. You know, from playing 2 first, you could tell that it was a bit more clunky. You know, it didn't move as well. And it was a bit more rough. 2 obviously had more moves. It obviously looked better, it sounded better. But Crash 1 definitely laid the foundation for it. You know, the main gameplay, just the 3 games of the original trilogy, doesn't really change that much. They tend to add in vehicles, which a lot of games back then did for like the sequels. Yeah, it's Spyro the Dragon, and you ended up getting like a skateboard, and Ty the... shit, I knew I was going to fail that. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, he he was on PS2, but he sort of went the same route. Started out with like a nice, simple platforming game, and then the sequels decided to try to go bigger, and I think some of those were open world, but they also had like vehicles. You had like a big mech suit, and I think maybe like a plane and like a underwater submarine sort of vehicle thing. And it just forgot about the platforming, and that's one of the most frustrating things about cartoon platformer sequels. They try and just do too many things. Jak and Daxter as well, that was a great example. Now I'm maybe a bit controversial here, but I only ever really liked Jak and Daxter. I had Jak 2, and I played it, finished it, but I really didn't like it. It was tonally really different. The open world GTA sort of thing going on, I didn't like. You know, I preferred that sort of, you know, open world sort of island-based thing that Banjo-Kazooie did, that Jak and Daxter did, over the cityscape of 2. And then 3 tried to tone that down and tone the darkness down, and it was a mixture of 1 and 2, which is kind of how, just to go off on a weird tangent, how the